Hey, today is day 16 of the 30-day sobriety challenge. Just over halfway. Today's Thursday and not really a whole lot to talk about, so I just thought I would address a couple questions that people had that might help other people who watch this and want to try the same thing. A couple days ago, somebody asked if I'm sleeping any better from not drinking for 16 days straight. And overall, yes, I go to sleep easier now, because before, like, that was part of the reason why I, justified in my own mind drinking so much, is because it was hard for me to fall asleep unless I got so fucked up that I just passed out from drinking too much. That's how much I would drink every time I would drink. I would drink until I couldn't physically handle anymore and my body just shut down and I passed out. So, yeah, I do, but then again, I also still wake up 3 or 4 times a night, not for long. I just wake up, look at my clock, maybe take a drink of water, and then just go right back to sleep. But that's gone on as long as I can remember. Even when I did drink, that still happened. But I don't wake up a few times a night feeling like the goddamn Sahara Desert's in my mouth and on my deathbed dying of dehydration and have to chug a half gallon of water. I mean, I got so used to that it just became a normal thing, so not having that every night, that's a plus. So that helps as far as sleeping goes. I do feel better rested because I sleep more. Instead of maybe like 4 or 5 hours a night, I'm getting maybe 6 or 7, so that helps. My buddy Pam asked the other day if I've supplemented this addiction with anything else, like eating more or anything like that. And unfortunately, yes, I totally have. Since I don't drink anymore, and for the first 2 weeks when I wasn't working, I would stay up really late and like overindulge in fucking carbs. And carbs is something I've been avoiding for a long time. I lost over 50 pounds, like close to 60 pounds last year, just by cutting back on carbs. And the beer that I always drank was Miller Lite, which is low in carbs. It's like 3.2 per can, so I would have about 60 to 70 carbs a night just from alcohol, or just from beer, and about 2,000 calories, 20 beers times about 100 calories per can. So I thought cutting back 2,000 less calories a day from the beer and 60 or 70 less carbs would make me lose weight. I actually just weighed myself, because I was waiting until after 2 weeks to do that, and I haven't lost anything. Not a single pound, because I've been replacing it and carb loading at night instead of drinking beer. But since I started this job, that's going to help a lot, because it occupies my time more, and I got to go to bed earlier instead of staying up all night and dicking around on the computer and watching movies or whatever and just slamming back carbs, sweets and shit. So now that I'm not doing that anymore, I do expect to lose a lot of weight in the next couple weeks. Since another thing I got to do after this challenge is change up eating habits, because I try to eat somewhat healthy and not just eat complete garbage, but there's totally room for improvement. So that's my next goal after this challenge is over, once I have the drinking thing conquered. I don't want to take on too much at once, but it is something I should be mindful of. Other than that, not a whole lot. Yeah, okay, one thing, I have done a bit of house shopping. I'm planning on moving in about between a month and 2 months from now. Definitely before the end of the year. But I'm hoping by mid to late October, hopefully no later than late or early November, I'm gonna buy a house. That's my goal anyway. The past 5 years, I've stayed, I lived in my truck for the most part. Been like at a commune at my parents' house and a bunch of other people, a few other people. It's not like the stereotypical type where I'm a unemployed 30-year-old bum at his mom's house. That's not the case. It's that I was on the road for 4 years, and I didn't want to pay $700, $800 a month for an apartment or a place that I was only going to be staying 2 or 3 days a month, because I lived in my truck on the road, and that's where I always was all the time. So I would just give them a bunch of money to help out with like their bills, because they weren't doing real well financially. So by me staying here a couple nights a month while I was on the road, giving them a few $100 a month to help with bills and stuff. It just worked for everybody. But now my sister and her boyfriend are staying here. They're about to have a baby, so I can leave without it being a burden on them, and it won't be a burden on me. I mean, it may be a little bit more, but it's totally worth it because I can have my own spot again. So that'll be nice. It'll be nice to have my own place again for the first time in 6 years. So other than that, that's about all that's going on today. No real urge to drink today. I got to get up early and work tomorrow. But tomorrow and Saturday is going to be a bit of a struggle. I still got to find something to do with myself, come up with some kind of plan of something I can get myself into that doesn't involve drinking on the weekends. So any suggestions, feel free to share. And if there's any questions anybody has that wants me to answer for future videos, feel free to leave them in the comments, message me, whatever. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.